On March 24, 2018, an estimated 15,000 people gathered in downtown Phoenix for the March for Our Lives. The march was organized by students who felt as though gun violence had become too much of an issue in schools.
Do you think that, protests are effective?
To a point, yes. However, protests such as screaming, yelling, and just being outrageous is not. Having professional protests, being professional in your stance will get your point across. However, screaming and yelling is not a way to get your point across, in my opinion.
Okay. What was the most touching moment for you when you were at the march?
Probably just being surrounded by so many people who care about the same movement and so many people who are positive about it and not trying to be violent or aggressive towards the opposing position. It was just really, unifying to be in that situation together.
So there's been two marches lately, March for Our Lives and the one for teacher pay. What do you think about those marches?
They're both marches that have been in recent newses, both regarding schools. The Parkland one, March for Our Lives, has been against the Second Amendment for gun control. Student one, this teacher's one, is for students needing pay raises.
Why did you want to go to the march?
I wanted to go because there's been a huge problem with gun violence, especially in schools lately, and I feel like our government isn't really doing much to help solve the problem or even start working to solve it. So I wanted to help create more awareness for it and march with everyone else who wants to see change too.
Marching and protests nowadays with social media and news coverage, with us having our phones everywhere, it's videotaped and it's broadcast on TV. So having that mass amount of people shown on TV looks like power, and marching at DC just shows Congress with that big power and how much of the sport that's what it is.
Well, I think a lot of people don't understand what the purpose of the march was for and what the purpose of the whole the whole thing is. A lot of people think that everyone who is marching is trying to get rid of the Second Amendment or take away all guns, but that's not the case. We're just trying to advocate for gun reform and to have stricter laws regarding certain guns like AR-15s, just ones that are super destructive and just aren't really necessary for the common people to have. No one's trying to get rid of the Second Amendment or change it or anything like that. We're just advocating for laws to be put into place, more regulations. So I think that's why some people don't march, because they don't understand it and they don't want to infringe on their rights or want other people to infringe on their rights.
I am against the gun confiscation. I believe that's the March for Our Lives. Yes, it's awareness for school shootings, right? I do believe that. However, you're marching for taking away our guns, Yes, gun control is a big topic, and there should be background checks. I do believe that, but I don't believe giving away our Second Amendment.
For the CS Press Online, I'm Max Otello signing off.